Hi guys, so today we are talking all about tops for Blended Soft, and the closest KB type to that is Soft Classic. This is a club excerpt, and in club I spent around another 20 minutes or so talking about other clothing items as well for Blended Soft, so if you're interested in that, you can check it out on how you can join club in the description. Okay, let's get into it. Alright you guys, so tops for Blended Soft. Let's recap about Blended Soft, or the closest KB type, Soft Classic. So blended is a bone structure type, and the bone structure of blended has neither short nor long lines, so you're usually not necessarily that tall or that short, and you can be, of course, you can be a bit taller or shorter, but in general you'll be more moderate. Everything is moderate. Your angles are not sharp or rounded or soft or anything like that. So you're really very much in the middle in terms of your bone structure. And so in that sense, we want to sort of match or echo your bone structure in the items that you're wearing. So things are generally going to be moderate. And then on top of your bone structure, you are soft. So you have a soft physique and soft features. So we're going to be looking for things that maybe are lighter weight fabrics, softer colors, maybe some brighter colors, maybe some waist emphasis, and some soft accents like soft ruffles, maybe lace, things like that. So yeah, let's get right into it. Okay, so I have the tops here. And right away, something like this is not going to work for Blended Soft. And that's because, for Blended Soft, we are going to really want to go for something that has moderate lines, right? And the sleeves of this are long. And so the sleeves are super long, and then the neckline is high. So in a way, that's kind of another, thing that makes it almost like an opposite thing. And then the fit of it is really baggy, and it has a lot of shapes to it, especially with the front tuck. While I'm on this subject, if you are Blended Soft, you really want to stay away from front tucks, because you can see how on the model it looks really good, right? Because she is a bevel type, most likely. She's a natural. She's most likely flamboyant natural, right? And at the same time, she has the all the folds in the fabric, and they pick up on the beveled angles of her facial bone structure. But you don't have beveled angles to your facial bone structure. They also pick up on some of the width of her bones. She has some wider shoulders. On you, you probably don't have wide shoulders. And even if you did, it's more about the overall look. You can still be blended and have wider shoulders, because that's only one feature. Your overall look is still not that you have wider bones or a wider silhouette. So you don't want to have a wide silhouette. A wide silhouette is a loose silhouette. That's another way of saying it, right? So you want to stay away from things that are overly unconstructed, overly unfitted. So anything like this, especially when it has that opposites mixture where it's like the sleeves are tight and then the thing is loose. I think that's, it's all going to look pretty disconnected and not very put together if you have something loose on. But with the sleeves like that, I think it may even make it look more disconnected, because it's another accent, another type of thing that's happening that is not within your lines, And of course, it would be better like this without a front tuck. If you really like this top, it would be better like this without a front tuck and with a necklace like that, because the necklace will add some symmetry, like left-right symmetry. So that it would work better like that. The next one you may be considering, Blended Soft. I think it would look pretty good for a Blended Soft, especially in that soft color. Like soft pastels look really nice on you. I would stay away from black. I would stay away from heavy earth tones. Like, I'd call this, yes, it's kind of bright, but it's also a little bit earth tony. I would stay away from that kind of color. That could work pretty well, provided that you have a bright coloring to you, because as Blended Soft, that head to toe look is really quite important for you. So you want to stay away from things that completely don't match your coloring. So, if you're Blended Soft and you are high contrast and cool and radiant, this may work for you. Or if you're Blended Soft and high contrast and even warm and radiant, it's a bit of a warmer blue. So either way, it would work. But you may not want, like if you were blended soft and you had this model's coloring, you may not want to wear that outfit, because that, you can see how the black pants with the top completely disconnected from the model's coloring, right? The model is light, and she is she looks warm in the picture anyway. It means nothing because it's just one picture, but in the picture it looks disconnected from her. So you want to avoid something like that. With this model, let's see, yeah, something like this would be better, like just softer colors, or let's see, this would work fine. This is a little bit less, gives me less of an earth tony feel, than, oh yeah, this of course, like, pastel pinks, like things like that would just be beautiful. Seafoam greens, all of those pastels. If you Google ice cream color palettes, like those would look really beautiful on you as blended soft. But this is not a color video for blended soft. This is, in general, line recommendations, especially looking through each of these items and talking through them and how they're going to look on you. And it's really, I think it's good to talk about how items will work or not work, because then you're going to sort of train your eye. And even though, this would not work for blended soft whatsoever, it's good to know why it doesn't work, so when you see something else, you're going to know why. So this would not work at all because of the asymmetrical neckline. Blended soft looks really good in symmetry, and especially when it comes to the neckline. I talk about this in pretty much all the other videos for the other types. If I see any asymmetry at the neckline, asymmetry at the neckline is very special. Not a lot of types can pull it off. Not a lot of people can pull it off. And so the only types that can really pull it off are sharpened, so dramatic, like pure dramatics, not even sharpened soft, not even soft dramatic, and beveled firm, so flamboyant natural, not even soft natural, I would say. So it's really two types that can pull it off. I would not recommend it for any other type, and that is because asymmetry at the neckline is so heavy, it'll really pull you down, and you really need to have, first of all, a firm physique, and secondly, strong bone structure and long lines to really handle asymmetry at the neckline. So yeah, stay away from that. The bottom line, stay away from asymmetry at the neckline. Let's see, so something like this, if you wore it, like, see how this is more asymmetrical, and then in some photos it's like a little bit less asymmetrical. If you love this top, what you could do is, go for a color that more like matches your skin tone, like with the model here. Then that will take the edge off of the asymmetry. And, I like the fabric of this top for blended soft. It looks like it kind of is like a very uniform fabric. It just looks like it would be a nice fabric. It's a bit softer, but it's not super clingy. It has enough hold to it and enough weight to it to kind of hold its shape, but in a soft way. I like the fabric for blended soft. I like this color for blended soft. But yeah, so, something like this with the asymmetrical neckline, though, I don't think it would really work too well. And it kind of depends, yeah, but, if it were like this, kind of straight across, like a boat neck, would be fine. But then you see how when she's wearing it as a boat neck, you start to see the other things with it, like it's a bit too loose, and then the sleeves are okay, but it's just kind of too unconstructed, not tailored enough. Same story with this, the long sleeves and then the loose fit, that wouldn't work. This neckline, I think, just also wouldn't work. The texture wouldn't work. Something like this, I mean, it could work. It's just, the thing is that with blended soft too, is that you want something that looks higher quality. And something like this, like I can see that this t-shirt looks like it's see-through because the pocket is wider than the t-shirt. So, if you're blended soft and you wear this, like in terms of the lines, you're going to look very casual, and it's going to look fine. It's not going to look bad, but it's going to look a little bit like not that high quality, on you. So something like this I would probably also avoid. This I would more or less, I think it may work okay if you tuck it in, and maybe if it were in a softer color. I think down below it may be available in softer colors. So something like this just looks a bit too textured. This may actually work. Yeah, that's right. This works really well. So something like this, of course not with the stripes, but in these like softer colors, yeah, like that, and just paired with some like really classic jeans, that would work well. Or styled, with accessories, like you want to complete the look, you want a head to toe look. So you're the type of person where it's like it actually looks good, like if your belt matches your shoes, like those types of things that are very traditional types of style advice, I guess, will look good on you. So yeah, so a soft color, and if this came in a bright color, that would also, yeah, I mean, this would look fine. I would like this one better for you. Maybe something soft, or yeah, just white would work. Something like that would work. Your neutrals are lighter, so if you want to wear something in neutrals, better off to go for lighter neutrals. So something like this would be nice, like this, not the stripes. And black can look harsh on you, but if you're high contrast and you're blended soft, then you can do black. You can do some black. If you're high contrast and cool and radiant and blended soft, then you can do black. Yeah, so this one, I would say it may look okay, in this color or in this color, or really in that color too. I think it may look okay. I would just roll the sleeves up a little bit to make them not as long, but even if they were long, I think it would be okay. It is definitely a bit tight. It's more like for rounded mixed, for theatrical romantic, but I think it may work okay on you if you are blended soft. It's going to look like it's tight. So the thing with blended is that whatever the item looks like is like what it'll look like on you, because they're moderate. It's like basically if it looks like it's dressed up, it's going to look dressed up on you. If it looks like it's tight, it's going to look tight on you. But if rounded mix wears this, it's not really going to look that like tight on them. It's not going to be that pronounced that the top is tight, right? Because their bone structure is so small and so delicate and narrow that when they wear tight things, it just looks like, normal. Like it doesn't look like it's that tight or anything. So, but on you, it's just going to look a bit tight. It's not going to look like as tight as it looks on the model who's beveled firm, right? Who's flamboyant natural. It's not going to look as tight as that because she has like the opposite bone structure of this top. But it's going to look just moderately tight on you, which is what it is. Yeah, so something like this. This would look really nice on you on like a really casual day, obviously, and this doesn't look like it's black. It looks like it's like an off black, which is a really good option if you really like black. You can do, as blended soft, you can do like an off black, right? Just to soften the look a little bit so that it's not so stark. And you can sort of swap your black for like an off black, a gray, a dark gray, maybe charcoal gray, depending on your coloring. And then, yeah, I mean, the light gray would be nice. This, I think, could be nice depending on your coloring. I think if you're warm and radiant and you have blonde hair, this would work. Like Hayden Panettiere, if she were blended soft, it would work well on her. The sleeves are a bit long, but since the fit overall is more form-fitting, it has some waist definition to it. The length of the top is not too long or too short, and it has that symmetrical detailing on each side with the seams. I would call this overall, I think it would work pretty well for blended soft, and I think it would work in, of course, in this color it would be beautiful, and in this color it would work, and this color, if you're warm and radiant, it would work. We talked about the asymmetry. This is obviously not for blended soft, you guys, so let's just move on. And then this is a little bit too tight, it's a little bit too tight for blended soft. Like, yes, this was also tight, but the thing is that it had that symmetrical detailing with the buttons, like that, and then it has the symmetrical detailing on the waistlines that like adds more blended soft elements, you see? So I like that. I like this because it has the symmetry and it has the neckline detailing. That's also, it adds an element of symmetry, like left to right symmetry, But this is only tight and doesn't have the other aspects, and it's in this black, like really stark color. Maybe in brown it would work, maybe in white it would work, and of course, depending on how you style it. Like, it would be beautiful in the white. Is this white or cream? I think it's I think it's, let's just call it white, okay? It's like off-white or something, but something like that, and just styled, with like some slightly intricate, dainty jewelry would be really beautiful on you. And this is what I was talking about. This is that shirt from before, but it's in different colors. I really just wouldn't, as blended soft, I just wouldn't. I think you would just be, it would be an uphill battle to make this work. Like, I personally just don't like this top for you. I think the fabric doesn't look that high quality or something. I don't know. I think it just wouldn't really work that well. Maybe in white it could work, but you know how it is. It looks like it could even be see-through, so that's the thing. Once it's see-through, then, you're dealing with a whole other thing of really, trying to make it look very chic, because as blended soft, if you have something see-through, like your bra strap is showing, or whatever, like the tank top that you're wearing underneath isn't the exact color of your skin, which is almost impossible to do, right? Like, if all of that is not exactly right with a white top, it's going to really show on you, and it's going to look not put together. So if you're someone who struggles with not looking put together, right, and you always feel like you don't look put together, then you may be a blended type, just because of that, because it's all of the detailing really shows on you, and so it's important for you to be, ironing things, to really be making sure that things are not like see-through, that may not be a part of your outfit, right? Because that starts to show and kind of distract from your balanced, elegant beauty, really. Okay, so we have this in black. I wouldn't recommend it in black. This is too loose for you. This is like for soft dramatic, sharp and soft, so this is really not going to work for you. It's gonna look too glamorous on you. Something like this is for beveled firm. You see this super long, or beveled soft, like the really long sleeves, like kind of unconstructed fit. So let's see, let's try to figure out, let's just like go through as quick as we can and kind of see which options we have. So something like this would work well. Because I think the fabric looks a little bit more high quality, and it looks like it's not see-through, so that would work well. Something like this, of course, something like this would work really well. It is tight, but it's very has very clean lines to it, so that would work well. This would actually work pretty well. This would work really well, because it has the symmetry, and if you wear it in, let's see if it comes in softer colors. Well, yeah, in the cream, that would be beautiful. It would be perfect for you, because it has, let's review, it has the lightweight fabric, it has the sort of soft detailing to it. It looks very clean and put together. The lines are pretty clean, so, the neckline is pretty much tailored, and it's just like, it's not geometric, so like a circle around your face, so it's going to look pretty flattering and put together. It's not a neckline, that's geometric, or a neckline, this neckline would look good on you, but the sleeves are kind of long and the fabric looks very thin and kind of flimsy. But yeah, I mean, even like if you're a soft classic blended soft and you wear something like this, it may look a little bit too loose on you, and the neckline be, opening the top buttons. I think that works. If you're wearing a button down and you open the top buttons, that would work. But if it were just a little more fitted, I would like that. And again, it looks like it's see-through, so that may be a little bit annoying, like to deal with. So yeah, but this is pretty nice, and it has like the very clean neckline. It has the ruffles, the soft color, lightweight fabric, and then you may want to wear this tucked in to your pants or skirt, simply because that's gonna just add that waist emphasis, which is the missing piece in all of this. You don't need waist emphasis, like every type, I believe every type looks pretty good with waist emphasis, and at the same time, no one completely like super needs it, because a lot of people ask me like, do I have to do this because I don't want to do waist emphasis? Or some people will be sharpened types and they'll ask me, well, I I want waist emphasis, or whatever. So I really think that if you're working within your own lines, you can do whatever you prefer for waist emphasis, because I know people have like strong preferences for it, like in terms of their body type, in terms of their curves. So, but as Blended Soft, you do look good with waist emphasis. So if you don't dislike it, you can do waist emphasis with this like a high-waisted skirt or something. Yeah, so this would work pretty well, like we already talked about. Oh yeah, this would work pretty well too. I think it would look a little bit glamorous on you as Blended Soft. Even like it's in black, of course, you can do black like for an evening look, something like that. Or depending on how you style it, you could wear this to the office and it would look like it's a little bit more like dressed up, maybe even a little sexy, something like that, because of the sheer fabric, but it would look pretty good on you because overall it just has that clean neckline, it has a clean fit to it, and the way the model is wearing it with the waist emphasis would look really pretty on you. It has the tailoring at the cuffs, the sleeves are not too long, the lightweight fabric works really beautifully, it has little gathers, so that's really, really nice. So this would work really well for you. Let's see. Something like this would look really very flirty on you. I think you could actually wear something like this. Oh, well, actually, I think it would be too much. Sorry, I take it back. Because the puff sleeve, I think it's going to look like you are playing dress up, kind of. Like, it really won't look chic. It's going to look like you're playing dress up. It really depends, like, the look that you're going for. I think if you maybe have some ingenue essence as Blended Soft, this may work well. This, of course, will work well. That would work very well for obvious reasons. It looks like it's just, it fits pretty well. It has smooth lines, This looks like it's incredibly see-through. Oh, maybe it's not. Oh, yes, it is. This is too busy and too unconstructed. This would work pretty well. You do well with 3/4 sleeves. You can definitely do that. So this, of course, in another color would be beautiful. I like how the fabric falls cleanly, so that's nice. I wouldn't go for, something like this. I would go maybe for this color, or maybe like more, classic colors. Like, I think this doesn't look as high quality as maybe this color does or this color. So I wouldn't go for colors that don't look, high quality. I think for an evening look, this would actually work pretty well because it does have a v-neck, but the v-neck is more of a dainty v-neck, if that makes sense. It's not like this super, like it really hugs the neck, and so it is more narrow, so it looks more dainty, right? So rounded mix theatrical romantic would look good in this. So this top is really like it's made for theatrical romantic, but for an evening look for you, for Blended Soft, I think it would look really sexy. If you have a romantic style essence, you definitely could wear this as Blended Soft. It has some asymmetry. It does have some asymmetry. I would kind of just like, I don't know, I would just like tuck it in and try to hide the asymmetry. I would not go for the asymmetry of this top. I think it does have asymmetry, doesn't it? Yeah. I would just kind of, yes, the under the bust line is also a bit asymmetrical, but I think that's okay. But the actual how it's cut asymmetrically, I would just tuck it in and pretend that doesn't, like, that's not happening with the top. Oh, this would be really nice. Let's see. Yeah, so something like this would work pretty well. It has lightweight fabric. It has, the neckline is like a pretty clean neckline, right? And the fit is pretty like fitted through the shoulders. You can tuck it in for waist emphasis. So this would work really beautifully. And the cuffs, having the little bow and gathers and stuff, that's really good. This you would consider, this would work well, but I think it may actually be a little bit too loose for you. This is more for like sharp and soft if it's tucked in for soft dramatic, because the ruffles are too big for you. So yeah. So I think we did a pretty good job. This would work pretty well, look a little glamorous. Satin looks pretty glamorous on you. Oh wow, we reached the end of the page. All right. So let's get into the next portion. Let's get into, what is it that we're doing? Pants. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this excerpt. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and if you are interested in joining club, I'll leave a link down below. And if you're still confused, you can take a look around my channel for your body type and your color type and try to look into that. And then if you're still confused, I also offer typings through my website, and all the links are below. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will talk to you next time.